5 Grotesque McDonald's murders. McDonald's is an associate in Nursing Yankee staple. Nearly every city has a minimum of 1 and lots have upwards of 3. It even unfolds and branched bent become a worldwide brand. It's in our movies, our books, the ads square measure all over, it's during all one amongst one in every of those brands that's woven into the material of existence to the purpose that we tend to don't even notice the merchandise placement any longer once it pops up in a show. It's thus constituted in our culture that it's thought of, consciously or not, to be a secure and acquainted place, with its bright lights, colorful mascots, and 24/7 availableness. Beneath that cheerful, safe veneer, however, beats a similar type of danger you'll be able to realize all over else, and also the alarming chance of being dead. The unlucky locations below have all suffered the tragedy of serving up a serving to of McMurder. 5. Taiwan Blood Pool. On March 26, 2018, a McDonald's client stopped into a McDonald's in Tainan at simply past hour for a fast bite to eat. Finishing his meal, he wandered into the lavatory, solely to be confronted with one thing horrible, a toilet stall with a speedily increasing puddle of blood spilling out from underneath the door. The authorities were quickly referred to as and opened the fast stall to a grotesque sight, the dead body of a 46-year-old man, associate in nursing empty syringe, and a scene covered blood. The man, known solely as Chu, had apparently been dead for a few times, and was coated in blood from his face to his shoes. Although authorities couldn't make sure nor deny a murder, the state of the body urged murder most foul. 4. Chinese cult killing. Monday, August 18 of 2014, found Wu dialect Shoyan in an exceedingly McDonald's in Jiaoyan, China, along with her 7-year previous son. They sat right down to eat, once a bunch of individuals, Zhang Fan, Zhang Liting, Lu Yingchun, Zhang Hang, and Zhang Chao, and a 12-year-old child, entered the McDonald's and started to evangelize. The cluster of 6 were from a familiar Christian splinter cult, the Church of Almighty God, that often hold public demonstrations like this. They were principally unnoticed. Until, that is, they started to torment the gang for his or her phone numbers, so as to contact them later regarding the church. Most gave up their numbers, albeit reluctantly, simply to induce the cultists to go away them in peace. Wu, however, refused, rebuffing many makes an attempt to pressure her into giving over the quantity. At that purpose, the cultists became annoyed, so affronted, so angry. Wu was reportedly then tied to a chair, defendant of being associate in nursing spirit, and crushed to death by the members of the cult. United Nations agency affected her first with a metal hold so, as they became a lot of furious and frenzied, chairs, and their own vacant hands. Wu dialect was left thus skinned that it had been exhausting to spot her body, because the cult members had additionally knocked her to the bottom and stomped on her face, shattering her options. When questioned, the cult members showed no signs of self-reproach, claiming that Wu dialect was associate in nursing spirit, which they additionally failed to worry the law nor any repercussion for his or her murder, claiming that they need God on their facet, and square measure in direct opposition to the nice red dragon along. Same nice red dragon as per Chinese officers, associate in nursing allegory for the Chinese government, to that the cult is opposed. The act was recorded on video, and also the defendant inactive and tried. 3. Bronx drive-through hit. Mob hits square measure one thing we tend to typically imagine to be a thing of the past, the sepia-tone 1940s, a bygone era of cerise zoot suits, feather caps, Cadillac Series 62s, and Tommy guns. Yet, simply last year, on June 18 of 2019, a mob hit was doled out in an exceedingly McDonald's within the Bronx. 71-year-old Sylvester Sally Daz Zatola, alleged Bonanno crime family associate, was waiting in line for a hot contemporary cup of McDonald's occasional, once his life resulted in a rain of gunshot and, presumably, thick NY accent screaming mafia cliches. The gunman, rumored to be one Bushon Shells Shelton, was a member of an area gang allegedly employed by Sylvester's 41-year-old son, Anthony Zatola Sr. to kill his father so as to require management of the family business, gambling. Anthony is additionally defendant of constructing an endeavor on the lifetime of his brother, Salvatore Zatola, in an endeavor to lure his father out, one act in an exceedingly murder plot that apparently spanned years, and enclosed multiple makes an attempt on his father's life, likewise as causation many texts in film-themed code to his gunslinger. The texts repeatedly noted Sylvester as the star and the actor, with one allegedly reading, "Today was imagined to be the tip till the actor wished to try to his own stunts and throw it in reverse within the middle of shooting a scene and drive within the wrong way." Anthony is presently unproven for the murder, likewise as many different felonies in association to the murder and also the events preceding it. 2. Sydney Watercourse McDonald's Massacre. On May 7, 1992, in Halifax, Scotia, 3 young men, Derek Wood, 18, associate and nursing worker of the eating place, Freewoman McNeil, 23, and Darren Moose, 18, Stoney broke into a Halifax McDonald's when closing with the intent to rob it. Sadly for everybody concerned, however, there have been still staff within once the housebreaking occurred. James Fagan, 27, woman Warren, 22, Arlene McNeil, 20, and Neil Burrows Boy, 29, wherever closing up look once the 3 men Stoney broke into the fast food eating place. The boys reportedly didn't hesitate a lot of before drawing their weapons and gap fireplace. James, Donna, and Neil were killed nearly instantly, but Arlene, United Nations agency, was shot within the head, survived to testify against the boys, though she was left for good disabled by brain injury. The robbers then empty the register, creating off with a paltry $2,017 greenbacks. The 3 robbers were caught, convicted, and sent to jail, though as of 2020, a minimum of 2 square measure out on parole. Moose, United Nations agency admitted to being the one to kill Fagan, was free on parole in 2012, and eventually check lives along with his girlfriend in the Lower Canadian province, stable and financially secure per the parole board. Freeman McNeil was awarded day parole, whereas Wood was denied it doubly on charm. 1. San Isidro Massacre. July 18 of 1984 saw one amongst the deadliest, most grotesque shootings in Yankee history happen in an exceedingly San Isidro McDonald's. Over the course of associate in nursing hour and 17 minutes, James Joseph Oliver Huberty rampaged through the tiny eating place, killing 21 folks and injuring 20 a lot of. With no apparent motive, and no spoken cause, Huberty spent the limited quiet associate in nursing hour within the McDonald's repeatedly firing into bodies, each living and dead, making an attempt to kill everybody within the eating place and parking zone. Rescue employees and cops were no exception to the rule, as Huberty discharged upon them likewise the instant they crossed into the parking zone, shots pinging off the cars and fireplace engines, even the ambulances. Then, as suddenly because it began, it had been over, jointly officer managed to induce off a careful shot and strike Huberty dead center of the chest, killing him instantly. The 20 folks still alive within were taken to the closest hospital for emergency treatment. Although the McDonald's not stands, a monument to the victims remains displayed within the city, in remembrance of the 21 dead and 20 skinned within the shooting. If you like this video, please click on like, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel to receive all new videos. Thanks for watching.